If you are a supervisor, it is essential to know what your duties are. A supervisor is responsible for overseeing employees' work and ensuring that they complete their tasks promptly and effectively. In addition, a supervisor must maintain a positive working environment and support employees when needed. In this video, we will discuss the top 10 duties of a supervisor. Keep watching to learn more. 1. Hiring and training employees. As a supervisor, one of your essential duties is to hire and train employees. This includes sourcing and evaluating potential candidates and providing them with the tools and guidance they need to succeed in their roles. Recruiting the right people for the job is essential for creating a high-functioning team and achieving the organization's goals. Additionally, you are responsible for developing employees by providing them with ongoing training and support. This might involve conducting performance reviews or helping individual team members to identify areas for development and implement strategies for growth. 2. Scheduling shifts. As a supervisor, one of your primary duties is to ensure that the shifts in your team are scheduled and staffed effectively. This often means balancing the needs of your team members with the demands of the workplace and considering things like workload, availability, and personal obligations. However, it is also essential to keep in mind that scheduling shifts are more than simply assigning tasks. It is also about communicating effectively, listening carefully to feedback from team members, and providing guidance when needed. In short, being a good supervisor requires clear communication skills, empathy for your staff, and a commitment to ensuring everyone gets the support and guidance they need to succeed. 3. Assigning tasks. As a supervisor, it is your responsibility to assign tasks and oversee the work of your team members. This requires carefully assessing each individual's strengths and weaknesses and considering the organization's overall needs. You must also be well informed about departmental goals and timelines to accurately assess progress and respond quickly to any obstacles or setbacks that may arise. Finally, a supervisor must act as a role model for their team members and set an example by taking initiative and working hard. 4. Monitoring employee performance. One of your primary duties is to monitor the performance of your employees. This can involve setting goals and expectations for each individual, providing feedback and coaching when needed, and assessing overall progress against those goals. To do this effectively, it is vital first to understand the strengths and weaknesses of each person on your team. By understanding what motivates them and what might be holding them back, you will be better able to help them improve over time. Additionally, you should always be open to feedback from your employees themselves. 5. Handling customer complaints. As a supervisor, you ensure that your team consistently provides excellent customer service. This may involve resolving customer complaints or addressing issues as they arise. Whether facing a problematic situation on the phone or responding to an email complaint, staying calm and handling the situation with professionalism and courtesy is crucial. You should always listen attentively to customers' concerns and address any issues promptly and effectively. Additionally, taking ownership of problems and being proactive in finding solutions whenever possible is essential. This way, you can ensure that every customer feels valued and respected, even during difficult situations. 6. Ensuring safety standards are met. As a supervisor, one of your primary responsibilities is to ensure that safety standards are met and maintained at all times. This means monitoring the work environment closely for any potential hazards or risks and taking action to address them. In addition, you also need to be aware of team members' needs and health concerns and do everything possible to facilitate a safe and productive work environment for everyone involved. At the end of the day, keeping your team safe is the number one priority as a supervisor. 7. Maintaining inventory levels. As a supervisor, you ensure that your team maintains appropriate inventory levels. This involves keeping track of the current stock levels and working with other departments to plan for future needs and incoming shipments. You should also periodically review employee performance, identifying areas where employees might struggle or require additional support. Overall, your job is to ensure that your team can effectively manage its inventory so that all aspects of the production run smoothly. 8. Processing paperwork. One of your primary duties is to manage the flow of paperwork in your department. This can include overseeing the processing of applications, reviewing employee performance reviews, and updating company records. To effectively manage these tasks, you must be organized and efficient. This requires staying on top of new developments in your field and delegating responsibility to your team members when necessary. 9. Reporting to upper management. One of your duties as a supervisor is to keep upper management updated on how well and quickly your team is progressing. This may include tracking sales figures, productivity metrics, and customer feedback. You will also need to identify areas where your team could improve, whether in terms of efficiency or workplace culture. Ultimately, your role as a supervisor is to help your team excel and grow, supporting them every step of the way. 10. Addressing employee concerns. One of your topmost priorities as a supervisor is tending to your employees' concerns. Whether it is about demanding workloads or lower-level conflicts, it is essential to prioritize these concerns and take action as needed. That may mean providing additional resources or training to help your staff manage their workloads more effectively. Ultimately, you are responsible for ensuring that your team has the tools and support needed for success. By being proactive about addressing employee concerns, you can not only build trust with your team but also improve overall morale and productivity in the workplace. Being a supervisor is demanding, but it can be gratifying. It's important to remember that as a supervisor, you are responsible for your team's success. This means taking the time to hire and train employees properly, monitoring their performance, and addressing any concerns they may have. Additionally, you must keep track of shifts, assign tasks, maintain inventory levels, and process paperwork. Although it sounds like a lot of work, if you stay organized and always keep your team's best interests in mind, you'll be successful. Do you have what it takes to be a great supervisor? Like, share and subscribe as it helps us grow.